영상을 찍고 있습니다. 오, 되게 멋있다.
그러니까 it's just a brick wall. But we don't get brick walls in Texas. So.
텍사스 브릭원이 어딨어? 샌드 얼트.
So as you guys know from the previous vlog, my husband and I are here in Montreal, Canada for our 1-year anniversary celebration, and we will be starting our little tour here at the Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal. Based on the little research that we did of the Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal, we learned that it was designed by architect James O'Donnell, and the building can accommodate 8,000 to 10,000 worshippers and remains to this day the largest church in North America. It is located in the historic Old Montreal district of Montreal in Quebec, Canada, and it's really hard to miss due to its beautiful English Gothic architecture. We're now going to walk around the streets a little bit and explore just all the buildings. I am very amused by buildings all the time whenever I travel, so I really wanted to see the architecture in Canada. We had a really fun time taking pictures, and now we're going to head over towards the pier. A Danish writer once said, "Traveling tends to magnify all human emotions." And being here in Canada, I really couldn't agree more with this quotation. I don't know what it is, I'm not even that far from home, but the buildings, the people, the cars, the noises, everything is just so much more exciting. So today we're by the pier now in Montreal. So we'll be touring the area. There's like a Ferris wheel by the pier, and we're excited. We took a lot of pictures. JP's looking for his sunglasses right now because the weather's amazing here. The weather's really good. It's not too hot, not too cold. You can see the Ferris wheel over there. We learned that the Ferris wheel built at the old Port of Montreal was actually built for the celebration of the 375th anniversary of Montreal. This Ferris wheel is the tallest observation wheel in Canada, situated right off the St. Lawrence River. We know that there's Ferris wheels all over the world, but I think this Ferris wheel right here in Montreal is definitely worth a visit. The weather was really on our side on this day that we were visiting the Ferris wheel. We were able to pose for multiple pictures in a row. Thank goodness we had a tripod with us, because we didn't really want to bother people to take our picture, but it was fun just posing, walking around, and enjoying the scenery. I really enjoyed seeing JP pick up his photography again. This trip really inspired him to take photos again, so that was awesome to witness. I loved how they had these cute little benches right in front of the Ferris wheel so we can just sit, talk about the rest of our travel plans, and pose for pictures, film little videos. We had a good time. We also got to see little kids enjoying the ride on this little train, and it was so cute to watch. On our way to our next destination, we came across the swing set, and I just couldn't help myself. I persuaded JP to go on the swings with me, and as I was swinging on the this little swing set here with JP and just kind of talking about us being here in Canada and just really enjoying this time off. We were both working a lot after our marriage in the past year, so it was a really good time to just be able to breathe a little and really celebrate 1 year of our marriage. It went by a lot faster than we thought it would, and we're so grateful to have been through 365 days together as a married couple. JP and I didn't travel too much together before getting married, so this is our very first international trip ever together. So it was a lot of fun just kind of traveling together and experiencing a whole new country together. It would have been a little convenient if either one of us spoke French, but we'll get through this trip together. Here we are now in the streets of Old Montreal. It looks like I'm just absent-mindedly walking around, but I'm actually very desperately looking for a coffee shop right now.
몬트리올에서 뉴욕 피자를 먹어볼까?
Following the music, I hear live music.
Et puis sont venus les jours de brume, à chercher la taverne dans mon cœur, tout, autant.
무슨 말인지 알 거야? 그 스타벅스 거는 이게 다 이렇게 돼가지고 흐르잖아 이렇게. 네, 신혼인생 한 손으로 할 수 있을 것인가? 오케이, 파이널.
I don't trust you.
약간 휘어지잖아. 왜냐면 핸드폰 달아놓는 거 안전한 거.
We finally arrived to the old Port of Montreal, and the really cool thing about being in this entire area is that everything is really close to each other. So we didn't really have to Uber or for other types of transportation. We were able to walk a lot of it. We did do a lot of walking and my legs were definitely tired towards the end of the day, but all the places that we're visiting right now in this vlog were walking distance from each other, so that made planning for the trip a lot easier and more convenient. We just got to the clock tower. It was kind of a hike from the coffee shop we were at. It's right behind us. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. We're right next to it, so it looks really tall. Super cool. Got the pier there. I'm clearly still such a noob at traveling because I did not pack the most comfortable shoes for this trip. You'll see me suffering the consequences of the decision of poor shoe choices in my later vlogs during this trip. Our next destination is here at this park. I don't want to butcher the name, so I didn't attempt the pronunciation. But we basically came to this park because we really wanted to see some foliage. When we chose the month of October to get married, we didn't really realize that foliage would be a part of our wedding anniversary every year. But the more we think about it, we are really glad we got married in October. A lot of places that we choose to travel in October will have foliage, and I absolutely love seeing all these colors on the ground. Growing up in Northern California, I don't think I got to see much foliage or changing of leaves as often as my friends who grew up in the East Coast. So being able to just walk around in these beautiful fallen leaves was super fun and enjoyable. What's the weather here right now? 57. It's not that cold though. It doesn't feel cold. After all that walking and roaming, we're starving, so we're now headed towards the next destination, which will be to eat something yummy and fill our stomachs as we enjoy the rest of this trip. Go ahead and follow us on to the next vlog, where you will be able to see everything that we ate and drank in Montreal, Canada.